Hello everyone, my name is Pat de la Guardia. I am a product, project, program, and CRM manager, and today I'm going to talk about the Microsoft Power Platform. However, in the channel, we also talk about Dynamics 365, DocuSign, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Zapier, and much more. So how does it start? Basically, I'm going to have a prompt for every video, right? Basically a scenario, and we need to help a small business or a consulting firm solve for these types of scenarios. So today's will be a consulting business needs a way to take in leads and distinguish these leads by product, right? What I'm going to have to do is create a process for these leads to come in and then distribute to the sales rep or the consultant, right? Who's going to be dealing with the type of product. So a product A is chosen. We want the consultant who works with product A to deal with that client. Same thing with product B, C, etc. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do to take in those leads is make a form using Microsoft Forms. Pretty easy to do. Let's call this leads form. And then we're going to want to take in the main or the key information, right? So full name. Add new, we're going to choose text again, phone number, email, and of course the product, right? And we're going to choose choice for that. So we're going to say between Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform, right? We're going to say Dynamics CRM. That way, make that easier. So now we can preview and we have our form. However, if you want to kind of use a theme, you can do that too. Cool. We'll stick with this. So now we need a place to kind of hold these leads, right? And we're going to use Sharepoint for that. So I already have a list created. I called it the lead list, and we have the full name, the product, the email, the phone. If you don't know how to create a list within Sharepoint, you can go to Home and you can create list right here. Cool. So going back to the list, this is where we're going to kind of hold this information, right? Hold this data. And what a list is, I think you can compare it best to an Excel table or a SQL table, right? Basically has its columns and rows, and we're going to just add to them. Cool. So how do we connect this form into here, right? How do we make the leads appear in here? And we're going to use Microsoft Flow. We have it here, but I already have this open, and basically I'm going to use a template, right? And we have one right here. I'm going to use that one there. And it's going to check for my permissions, and we're good to go. Perfect. So what this template did is it gave me these steps already, which is really cool. I don't have to create it from blank, which I can, and I probably will in some other YouTube videos, but we're going to start with a template. So let's pick our form. Perfect. Shows up perfectly there. Now we're going to want to get the information that comes from there, right? We can't just submit something and say, I know exactly what's on it. No, we need to now read it. And we're going to do that with this get here. Perfect. So now I'm getting it. As you can see, the list of responses are here. And now what is my Sharepoint name? Site name right here. And now the list, I believe I have two. So we're going to use the lead list. Perfect. And now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to match up these here, right, to our form. Pretty easy. Let's go back in here. So the title is the full name. The product is the product, and so on. Cool. Now, I said I wanted to distribute based on the product, right? So if it's product A, in this case, Dynamics 365 CRM, we're going to want to make sure the consultant that works with that product gets it. Same thing with the Power Platform. So let's go into here. Let's add an action. And what we're going to do is we're going to use teams for this. So I have a Dynamics 365 team as well as a Power Platform team with leads channels in both. So that way we know where the leads are flowing into. Let's go back into here and let's use, actually first we need to use a condition, right? Basically an if statement. So if the product, let's just type it in here. if the product is equal to, let's see what we have here, Dynamics CRM 365. Is it Dynamics CRM 365? Perfect. Cool. We're gonna send it as a yes. So what we're gonna do is get Teams, and we're gonna post a message in that channel, right? So post a message. Perfect. We're gonna use a bot for this. It's the team ID, Dynamics 365. Leads, message, and actually what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna make this message first, but yeah, we could just do this. Lead name, product, actually we know the product, right? So phone and email, yeah, we'll keep it simple. So full name, phone, and then email. Cool. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Add an action, Teams, let's post a bot in our channel. Cool. So this one is gonna be for the Power Platform. Awesome, so lead name, phone, email, cool. Email, awesome, cool. So this is our flow, guys. We are submitting something, we are then getting it here, we are then creating an item in Sharepoint, which is the lead, right? And then we're using a condition, an if statement, to say if it equals to Dynamics CRM 365, put it in here. If it doesn't, in this case the Power Platform, it's going to put it in this bucket. Let's save. And then there's only one thing to do now, and that is test. Let's go into our form. We're going to put Pat test, phone number 11111, email pat@test.com, and sure, we'll use Dynamics CRM 365. Cool. So this was submitted. Just to let you guys know, you can also check out the responses within forms. I'm going to give this a refresh, and then you see here one response, average time to complete 6 minutes, it's active, and you see all the information here. You can also export in Excel. Let's go into our Sharepoint, give it a refresh, and here we go. So the flow worked, guys. It went from forms into Sharepoint. Awesome. Now, what you can also do, right, to check if the flow worked, is check the runs and see it seems like it worked. Perfect. Now, the last thing, right? Here it is. Dynamics 365 leads channel has something new. Boom. Lead name, Pat Test, phone 1111, email pat@test.com. Awesome. So that's basically kind of how to solve for this easy prompt, right? Basically getting a lead, or how do we even get the lead in the first place, right? And then putting it into basically a table, and then notifying our reps or consultants in this case, you know, who the lead is, phone number, email, and what the product is for. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. Thank you.